So the controversy started when Greg made a video about Larry's wife, that how she is not loyal to him and giving Rampage a look or something. Then Larry responded by saying something funny about Greg's girlfriend. This is where Greg lose it all and made a video claiming that Larry is a cuck and that he got some proof. The screenshots and conversations are really freaky and kind of sad. Now what someone do in his room or whatever someone's fantasies are, we should not be a judge of that, but I kinda used to admire Larry, thinking that he is humble and hardworking and he achieved something in his life. But after watching this, there is saying that comes to my mind that you should never meet your heroes in real life. Now he's not my hero or something, but I really used to respect him because he is humble and down to earth and all. There was a claim made by John Bravo and Greg Doucette that there might be a role of steroid in all of this. I have tried looking it up and read about it in the past, and we will talk about it later in the video in detail, the possibility of that. The videos out there and the cases and troubles Larry's been in, it's not looking good for him. Well, someone might argue that we should not judge a person based on his past experiences, but when you take a look at it, it's not looking good. His past relationships, his ex claiming that he cheated on her, him creating an OnlyFans account, the $50,000 dispute with his friend, cam girl's addiction, and now these controversies. And to be honest, his girlfriend seems like a little odd character. The way she reacts to some situations, there is a chance that it's all staged because the controversies at this point are way too much. First it was Larry slapping Dean for trying to hug his girlfriend, then it's this thing. Meanwhile in the same video we saw Rampage hugging Larry's girlfriend, Greg taking shots at Larry, Larry's girl hitting on Rampage. It's all been happening in 2 to 3 days window and seems kind of fishy. There is a possibility that Larry is trying to get some subscribers or followers out of it because he could have easily buried the topic, but he made multiple reactions to the Rampage Jackson situation where people are claiming that Larry's wife was hitting on Rampage and he is into this kind of stuff.
Oh no. Who did this?
I mean, we all know that if you are looking to get rid of it, it's not a best thing to discuss it online and sharing other people's memes on that topic. If someone said bad stuff about your girl, it's not a good idea to put it on your stream. Now, it's not just Larry bringing up the memes, but the way girlfriend reacts to it is disturbing. If your girl is laughing at the photo of her sitting in other man's arms, we do know that something is wrong and whether she is worth keeping at this point. When Larry asked about the meme who did it, she said, me.
Who did this? What?
And there is nothing from Larry except that made up reaction. I mean, dude, come on. First she was looking at Rampage in a funny way, next she let him hug her, where she could have easily stopped him. You can see in that clip when Dean tried to hug her, she reacted to it and didn't let him do it. But she didn't stop Rampage. I mean, if you are with a quality one, she won't do no such thing, and now she's laughing at a pic of her in Rampage's arms. And how Larry react to this situation? By just giving her an eye. I mean, just call her a taxi at this point. You can say that it's a total simp behavior from Larry. I mean, what's the point of having all this synthetic testosterone and muscles if you just let another man hug your girl like that? I know Rampage is a UFC fighter, but you are also not some normal human being. You are also 270 pounds of lean mass, and let's just say you don't want to get a beating. But you could have just told him that it's not cool and don't do that ever again. Just let him know. Don't just laugh about it like they are just fucking with you. It's a straight up disrespect and not funny. Consider yourself in the situation. Ask yourself, if your girlfriend lets another man hug her, what should be your response? What should you do? There is multiple red flags with this girl. The first problem is where he met her. There are bad apples everywhere, and you might know that there is a lot of sex trafficking to UAE from Russia and many other countries. Anyone living in Dubai will be able to tell you how bad it actually is. And it's not about Russia, but it's about UAE. There is a lot of demand and since a lot of supply for prostitution because all the rich people visiting there from around the world. You just have to be careful about any supermodel living in UAE, which Larry's GF is a supermodel. So there were multiple red flags which Larry ignored, or maybe Larry was chasing those red flags, we don't know at this point. John claimed in his video that he met multiple of Larry's exes and they had said horrible stuff about him. There is a video of one of Larry's ex where she was claiming that Larry cheated on her with other women and even men in some cases.
That is abuse, and I mean that's abuse across the board. Physical, mental, emotional, and narcissistic abuse with this person. Starting with the cheating aspect, like I said, I've been with him for 5 years and he's cheated on me for 5 years since day one. this is cheating on me with the woman, this is cheating on me with the man. This is cheating on social platforms.
John said that one of Larry's GF told him that she didn't want to have sex or be in a relationship after she dated Larry. He robbed $50,000 from his friend. Now when you look at a bigger picture, you can see what's happening here. We all have kinks and everything, but I don't think majority of us are that messed up. You have to be clear about your kinks and you should not disturb people's lives like that. It won't harm you or other person if you just told them what you are prior to establishing a relationship. Now there are conversations presented by John in his video. You can see in these conversations that Larry admits multiple times that he loves it when his girl sleeps with other men. There are messages where Larry is asking his girl to show him the video of her performing with other men. Literally he is begging in some of the texts, while his girlfriend is hesitant, and when she asked him that would he like to sleep with other girls, and admitting that she won't like it if he did it, to which Larry replied that he have no intention or interest of doing it, and he won't feel betrayed if her girl do it, but it would please him. In another text, his girl asked him that she have been clean with him and how does Larry feel about it, to which Larry replied inadequate. She called Larry simp multiple times in these conversations and Larry was pretty happy about it. There are messages where Larry is feeling aroused by degradation. She told him that she's been with 2 men and coming back home, and Larry asked, "Did you take a shower?" Her girlfriend replied, "I was in a shower but I didn't clean myself." And Larry replied, "Okay, perfect." When you take a look at these conversations and then you take a look at interaction with Rampage, you will be able to notice things that you might have missed before. Larry asking Rampage to roll with his wife, to which Rampage is hesitant and refusing.
My wife knows how to jiu-jitsu.
You know jiu-jitsu?
Just try it out, man.
No. Brother. Hell no. Hey, I don't want to roll with your wife, man. Bro, your wife.
When you add it all up, you can see that there is a possibility that Larry knows what he was doing, and maybe it's not the wife that's trying to get attention from Rampage, but it's Larry telling her to do it. You want to get your girl on a wrestling mat with a black guy? Literally, what's wrong with you? Now, Greg said there is a possibility that steroids might have changed Larry's sexual fantasies or even orientation. John claimed in his video that he hopped on tren for a week or so and he was getting attracted to big bodybuilder girls and he was normally not attracted to them before tren. There are not good studies on this one, or maybe I was not able to find one. What I do find is that anabolics can affect your sexual behavior but not orientation. Sexual behavior is what you feel like doing at the time when you are aroused or something, and sexual orientation is how you are wired from very start and who you get attracted on daily basis. But there is an evidence that it can affect your hormone and libido. So it can increase desire and impulsiveness, but not so sure about orientation. Modern neuroscience shows orientation is influenced largely by early brain development, not adult hormone spikes. But with high libido, there is a chance of people getting more experimental and start exploring fantasies that they were ignoring before. So according to studies, it just amplifies what you are already doing or what you were already into. So there might be a lack of good studies, but there are experiences shared by users and some of the experts also, as I have told you before. So I think there might be a possibility that you get so hypersexual that you kinda get into this stuff. There is also a chance of erectile dysfunction which might be causing all this behavior from Larry, because it can happen in guys taking anabolics. When we are talking about such lengthy dosing of steroids, there is a possibility of low libido, erectile dysfunction and other problems. Some guys can recover within months or years, but there are cases where some men never recover from it. So if you are not able to perform yourself due to all these complexities, there might be a chance that you get pleasure from other men doing it. It's a possibility and it can happen, and there is no sexual orientation change in this one, but you are simply adapting to the new circumstances. As I said in other videos, with steroids, there are risks that you should never take. No goal is that big or important to be in such a place. Now there is a theory that I want to discuss that I have in mind. That's what I come up with, and I have some scientific explanation behind it, that how anabolics may make you a cuck. Let's go through it. So heavy steroid use can shut down the body's natural hormone system. When someone takes large amount of artificial testosterone, the brain stops telling the body to make its own. So natural testosterone drops very low over time. After a while, this can cause erectile dysfunction, low desire, and trouble getting aroused because the hormones that control sex are out of the balance. The brain's reward system can also become overstimulated, which we call dopamine, making normal intimacy feel less exciting. participating. So a normal sex or things normal people do for intimacy might get boring for you and you want to spice it up more, which can be observed in case of Larry. If a person repeatedly experiences sexual failure, they may develop anxiety or shame and start avoiding situations where they feel pressure to perform. Some people then prefer watching or being passive instead of participating because it removes performance stress. In this case, there is no change of sexual orientation, but due to hormonal and other damages, it's more efficient way for you and the brain reward system is not happy with normal things anymore. So you may become more experimental. I think there's a possibility that it's all staged because of too much of controversy happening around Larry. In some of the videos, the way Larry was acting seems little weird, but on the other hand, there is also an equal possibility that Larry just got into some bad stuff with anabolics abusing and somehow out himself, but he got more than one opportunity to save himself and he destroyed them all. So guys, I think I don't have to tell you that don't do anabolics, it's not worth it. That's it for today guys, thanks for watching and I will see you in the next one.